My first ever experience of F1 Manager 2022. I cannot tell you how excited I am to play this game. I'm a big lover of management games. I've played a lot of Football Manager and Championship Manager, obviously back in the day when I was growing up, and I love the sort of management side of things. I'm going to be completely honest, when it comes to actual playing games like FIFA or like the F1 games in itself, I am absolutely abysmal. I'm absolutely atrocious, and so maybe that's why I like these games, because I like getting behind the nitty-gritty things, letting the computer do the actual things behind, on the track, on the football pitch, or whatever it is, and I can delve behind all the behind-the-scenes stuff. I love it. So I was so excited when I heard about this game. I've watched a couple of videos of obviously big name YouTubers like Ariva and Tiamat Marduk and people like that, and see, so I have a little bit of an idea of what the game's like and what happens with it. So we're just going to dive right into this. We are going to, as you've probably seen from the title of this video, I want to start off going all out. I want to take Williams from the bottom of the grid right to the top. I want to get the Constructors' Championship. I want to get somebody, maybe Alexander Albon, maybe keep him there, maybe make him a world champion, because I think he was done a little bit dirty a couple of seasons ago when he was with Red Bull, and then he got demoted down to well, it wasn't AlphaTauri. I think it was whoever was the one before that, Toro Rosso it was, I think, back in those days, if I remember correctly. So I want to do this. I want to get all the way to the top. I'm going to be honest, I don't think I'm going to be keeping Latifi. I don't think I'm going to be keeping Nicholas Latifi. One reason, he's so bad. He's had a number of chances in Formula 1 in real life, and he just does not do the business. But also, from a selfish point of view, you obviously probably know from my accent, I am English, so of course I do root very strongly for Sir Lewis Hamilton. And if it wasn't for the crash of Latifi at the final race of last season, I think Hamilton would have won. He would have won, and deservedly won, his 8th Drivers' Championship. He would have been literally on top. He would have been out front on his own, past Michael Schumacher. Oh, I'll tell you what, that race, it still hits hard. It is hard watching that back. You should have seen me. You would have been laughing if you'd been watching me and me watching that race. Oh, it was so awful. I went into that race thinking, you know what, whoever wins, if it's a fair win, Max Verstappen or Lewis Hamilton, they're deserving champions. The way that it was, I'm going to be completely honest, I think I don't think Max was a deserved champion. I do apologise if people disagree with that. That's just my personal, honest opinion. Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. That's my personal opinion. But we're going to properly crack in with it. I am so excited for this.
Where the 20 best drivers in the world come together to take on some of the world's most historic circuits. And that legacy continues today. The 2021 championship was thrilling from start to finish.
Oh, it was.
2022 is set to be even better. New regulations will usher in an age of pioneering changes. New driving talent alongside returning champions will be dueling it out to the bitter end. The pressure will be on the team principals in the upcoming season as they manage their drivers, their cars, and the whole team to push to victory. This is not a challenge for the faint-hearted. This is Formula 1.
Oh, good start. I wish I could have done the proper start with the actual...
F1 in 2010, and since 2014 they've won the Constructors' Championships back-to-back every year. In 2021 they took home the Constructors' Championship once more, although they narrowly missed out on the Drivers' Championship coming in second. Heading into 2022, Mercedes will insist on dominating the competition. Nothing less than the fastest car and the most wins will give the Silver Arrows the outcome they want to see at the end of this new season and beyond.
Oh, I tell you what, the looks of these drivers straight away, just the graphics alone. I apologise if you don't really want to hear my boring voice, but the graphics do look incredible. And in case anyone's unsure, I'm playing on the PlayStation 4. I've not been able to go up to PlayStation 5 yet. I can imagine this will only look even better on the PlayStation 5, or even if you've got an amazing, like, high quality, like, proper gaming PC or anything. I'm cheap, I'm stingy, I'm a northerner, so unfortunately, you know, I've not been able to upgrade it as of yet. But I'm really excited for this. I could go, you know, proper hard in. I could go for, you know, a Mercedes, a Red Bull, a Ferrari, but where's the fun in that? I thought at first, I was thinking, maybe, do I want to do like a single race with one of those three to kind of give me a good chance to play it well and get a feel for the game and just get an idea of it, and then start my career with Williams. But on reflection, I just want to learn as I go and, like, properly get into this. I'm a big fan of the way that Frontier do their games. I've played, like, the Planet Coaster games. I've played the Jurassic Park, what was it, Jurassic Park Evolution or whatever it was called, you know, the dinosaur one of that. I've played, obviously, games much earlier there. Even when I was researching them, because I couldn't remember all the games that they'd actually done over the years. I remember I saw a game, I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe you are actually part of that game. It was a Wallace and Gromit game. This is how long ago. Wallace and Gromit, back in 2003, Wallace and Gromit in Project Zoo. I remember playing that game. I thought it was absolutely brilliant. So to see how things have progressed from those early days going into something like this, I think it's absolutely fantastic. So really excited to get involved. I'm not going to talk too much more. Let's take a look here at Williams.
Williams is a legendary name in F1, winning 9 Constructors' Championships in their heyday. The Williams family sold the team in 2020, and the 2021 season saw them fighting well from start to end. They finished 8th overall, thanks to some incredible performances by George Russell in his last year as a Williams driver. In 2022, Williams have Nicholas Latifi and new signing Alex Albon, returning to F1 after a year away to make up their driver team. The pressure is on for them to up their performance this season and push their way back towards those midfield places.
Is it just me, or does Nicholas Latifi there look a little bit like a young Prince Charles? Young Prince Charles. If you agree, or even if you disagree, put a comment down in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe. I'm a brand new YouTuber. I'm just getting into this. Obviously, I don't have a camera. You can't see my face. But I'm looking forward to sharing this experience. Even if I only get one viewer ever, I don't care. I just want you to experience this with me. And let's hopefully have some fun along the way. So comment along if you're watching live, or even if you're watching after the fact. I don't care. Even if you don't like it, just send a message anyway. Tell me if you think I'm doing anything differently. If I'm talking too much, give me some feedback. Be nice though, honestly. So Williams is definitely what I want to start with. So let's take a look at them. So they obviously are a backmarker team. They're literally right at the bottom of the sun. I'll see, what's that, 2.5 stars if you like, or 2.5 out of 5 really. Compared it, you know, to like your your Ferrari there, just over 4. Red Bull 4.5. Mercedes, you know, 5 out of 5. You know, they're always going to be like that. So it doesn't really matter. Season objective. So we want to finish live. So we don't want to finish absolute very bottom. Long term, there want to be a points considered. I'm setting higher objectives. I want us to actually be world champion again. I want to win the drivers. I want to win the constructors. I can't actually remember how long it has been since Williams last won it. I think it was probably before I first started properly watching Formula One. For me, I got into Formula One in about sort of 2003, 2004 era. That's probably when, so obviously when Schumacher was dominating everything. I just quickly Googling it, 1996. So I was 6 years old, they're about 6 or 7 years old, the last time Williams won the Drivers' Championship, which was Damon Hill. I do remember Damon Hill. Obviously, for me, that was a little bit more in his later years, and then Williams got the 8th Constructors' Championship. So we're going to try and go from a 9th season objective. We want to take them to their 9th World Championship. We've got a starting off budget or balance is quite low, so it's obviously going to be a challenge. It's probably take a good couple of seasons, but who cares? We're in this for the long haul. Team performance, car performance. Okay, so we're literally the most backmarker team. We are literally bottom of the table. Driver performance, 9 out of 10. Staff performance, 9 out of 10. Slightly better headquarters, 7 out of 10. I can understand that. Oh, if there's one thing I think I'd like to see slightly improved with the graphics, I think it's the wheel hubcaps. If you can see them, they look very plain there. I don't think that's how the wheels generally look in real life. Let me take a quick look and have a quick look at the Google image, and let me just see what they actually look like this season. Yeah, definitely that's one little thing I think graphics wise could be a little bit better. Maybe that's because I'm PS4 and not PS5 or PC. Maybe that's the reason. Who knows? Employers, ugh. So yeah, Nicholas Latifi in car number 1. Alexander Albon, car number 2. Is that because obviously Alexander came in later, so that's why is Nicholas Latifi? Is that why he's the number 1 driver, or is it just that's literally car number 1, car number 2? We don't have driver 1 and driver 2. I don't know. We've got Jack Aitken as reserve driver. Not bad. I've seen a few into some of his driving, F3, F2. I've delved a little bit into that, so it's interesting to see. I think we'll probably keep him on at least for a season or two, see how he develops, see if he becomes a long-term prospect. To be perfectly honest, I'm thinking I do want to replace Latifi in the early points. And here's, of course, the biography. So, first entry, 1978, so later than I thought. So, really, they got 8 Constructors' Championships, 8 of them in, 18 years. So, of the first 18 years that they were in the sport, they won 8 and they didn't win 10 of them. That's not bad going. That's really not bad going. Obviously, based in the UK, they've sold them on now. I think that's a shame. I like the fact that there was still family ownership with Frank Williams and then, of course, Claire Williams. But I kind of get in a cutthroat business point of view, they do need to obviously keep them going, but I really do hope in real life, I do hope Williams keep the Williams name. I like that. It's a legacy team. I don't want them to suddenly turn into, like, obviously Audi I think are talking about coming into Formula 1, Porsche are coming in there. I don't want to see that. I'd like to see Williams stay as Williams personally. Although according to this, they've had 9 Constructor Championship wins, not 8. Okay, so maybe Google was wrong there. And they've had 7 wins in the drivers. Last year finished 8 out of 10, not bad. In the Drivers' Championship, I'm not sure if that's overall, but surely that must be the highest person, which it's got to be Alexander Albon. I can't imagine that Latifi overtook him. So that's what I'm guessing that is. If it's saying 15th, it's got to be who was the highest in that team. So let's get into it. How do we do this? There we go. So I get to choose this. So of course I'm going to put my name. Let's do that. Of course, I am Geeky Kev. Of course, 0% brains, 100% geekiness. Like I said, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Let me know what you think. So, here we go. Here we go. First time guidance. To be perfectly honest, I have seen enough videos that I think I've got enough suggestions, so I'm going to disable that. So let's move over. Here we go! I'm so excited. I realise I've probably been talking for a little bit way too long here, but I wanted to have a little chat with you guys first. So here we go. Here we go. Williams Racing. Here we go. Yeah, so normally if obviously you got the first time thing on, you get like a little bit of a tutorial. I know one thing that it does do is it skips a lot of the practices in the very first race, and I just want to get in and do all this kind of stuff. So let's take a little look here. So upcoming events. So today we've got sponsorship obligation, aerodynamic testing, sponsorship obligation. Oh, that's in 3 days. Sorry, 5 days. Got pre-season testing results. In a week we've got a driver media appearance, and then of course we've got the first race weekend of the season at the Bahrain International Circuit. One of the small number of nighttime races on that. I do quite like that they actually do practice and qualifying a lot of time in the daytime. The race itself is at night. I think it gives a nice little touch there. Okay, so of course let's have a look at the standings. Of course at the bottom nobody's there. The drivers, of course, we're going to be right there. Oh well, no, Latifi and Albon. Okay. So let's just go back. Oh, how do we go back? So I do apologise. Obviously, I'm going to be kind of getting used to things of this. So let's look at Latifi first of all, because like I said, I'm honest. I'm so tempted to replace him straight away. We've got just under $20 million in the bank. Can we change this to pounds? Obviously, I'm English. I like pounds. I don't like dollars, personally speaking. Is there a way of doing that? It does not look like it. Okay, no, that's absolutely fine. As you can see, I do like this. You don't see this in games that often. I saw this straight away, that there's actually a setting to replace the licensed music when you're streaming live. I like that. You know, I don't like it if you try and stream and just because it's got some sort of copyrighted music in there, your stream might get taken down or something. I think that's stupid. So we can't change it to pounds, unfortunately. But let's have a look. So how do we do this? Oh no, that's changing that. Wonder how can we look at a different driver. Is there a way of doing that? So here you go. Here's his statistic. It doesn't give good reading. You know, championship wins 0, race wins 0, race podium 0, which, okay, fair enough. You know, with Albon, he's had a slightly better race. He's gone into it better and earlier into a better team. Yeah, how? Here you go. Scout for new drivers. Let's take a look. So, straight away, I want young drivers. Okay, I'm all about youth. Okay, so we're definitely going to be searching by youth. And to be perfectly honest, other than that, I don't think there's going to be any anything to look for other than I want young. You know, I want to ideally take someone and develop them. So let's go right from the top. So of course there's 2 drivers that are 16 to 21 already in F1. So you got Yuki Tsunoda, of course, driving for AlphaTauri, and then you got Oscar Piastri, who's a reserve F1 driver for Alpine. I think everyone's going to be going for Oscar Piastri. Everyone's going to be going for him. Let's just take a little look. Pace for negotiation is very high. He is open to negotiation, so that's nice to see. Who else we got that we could look at? So we've got Jack Doohan, who's with Virtuosi Racing in F2. He's 19. He's got 72 overall. Obviously, my Nicholas Latifi, he's 93. Bloody hell. I think he'd be the top racer there. He's 73. So Jack Doohan is only slightly lower than that. Frederick Vesti, I've heard good things about him. I don't know him as well. He's with ART. Richard Vershaw. Theo Pourchaire is one that I've seen a lot and I am quite interested in. Is there anyone else I can see that I recognise? Marcus Armstrong, I know that from watching a TM at Marduk kind of career mode in F1. Shout out to you, TM at Marduk. I don't believe you'll ever watch this, but shout out to you. I love your videos, man. Marcus Armstrong, so he's obviously Australian, so that's why he likes to bring him in. Who else? Enzo Fittipaldi, I know the name there. I thought that said David Beckham for a minute. I thought, has he changed sports? He's a bit young now. Arthur Leclerc, is he related to Charles Leclerc? Maybe, I don't know. To be perfectly honest, a lot of these others I don't recognise. Obviously we're going really down towards the bottom now. Who's the lowest ranking? Enzo Trulli. Is that a son of Jarno Trulli? If you're watching it, if I'm right with that, comment down below, let me know that. He's 16. My understanding of this game, from what I've read, is that you can't sign anyone to Formula 1 who's younger than 18. So if they're younger than 18, we can't go for them, quite simply. And that's, I believe, because obviously in real life you've got to have a super license for this. I believe from what I've read, it's all about that you have to be at least 18. You had to have had at least 2 seasons in either Formula 3 or Formula 2. So of course they wouldn't be doable with that. Okay, so of course we're going to go right to the very top. Okay, so like I said, I'm interested in some of these to replace to replace Nicholas Latifi. I'm honest. You know, I apologise, Nicholas. I believe you're probably a really nice person, but I just think you've had your chance and you've just not developed or taken it. So my first one I'm thinking about is Theo Pourchaire, who is obviously French. I'll just look at that. Let's just compare him. There we go, to Nicholas Latifi, and we know no information because we need to scout him. So that's interesting. So what can we do? We can do, so it looks like we can do 2 scouts at a time. So we can do standard scouting to reveal their performance ratings and the growth potential and aggression of drivers. And then the detailed scouting reveals the candidate's current morale, salary, any cash bonuses, how long they've been in the current contract, and their buyout cost. So I'm probably going to stick with Latifi for a race or 2. You know, be nice. Give him a slight opportunity, see how he gets on. So we want to do the detailed scouting. So let's take a look into this. It's going to take 30 days. Once started, this process cannot be cancelled. So I definitely want to look at Theo Pourchaire. Let's definitely look into him. And then who else am I thinking? Because he's 18. Like I said, I like the younger drivers. Jack Doohan. Because I've only got one more person that I can scout. I've got to choose wisely. Like I said, you know, doing Oscar Piastri, everyone knows him. He does a lot of stuff. Let me have a think. Who is best to go for? Got Piastri. Bestie is a tiny bit older than Pourchaire. Jack Doohan. Trying to think, could he be related to Mick Doohan, who is, if I remember correctly, I think he was a motorcycle racer. It would make sense. Trying to think, Jack Doohan or Vesti. They're the 2 I'm thinking of right now. I'm going to go for Doohan, I think, because he's a tiny bit younger, he's a year younger, and he's 1 overall slightly higher. So let's go for a detailed scouting for him. So obviously these are going to take 30 days. Obviously first race is in 11 days, so of course I'm not going to be able to get in there. So first, 30 days, maybe It might be like 2-3 races, I think, before we get into a position where we can do anything. Like I said, look, you can see here, we've got no information here. But I like all this with the career stuff and the history stuff. This is quite interesting. So he's been within the years for 4 years. So it doesn't say what whether it was like Formula 1 or Formula 2. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know the teams as well. Van Amersfoort Racing, that sounds like a Dutch team. MP Motorsport. That was actually in the same season, so it's 3 years. Sorry, my apologies. 3 years. MP Motorsport. Then he went to Trident. I think are F2, if I remember rightly, and Virtual Race Racing. Obviously, it shows there that is what they currently are, and they are F2. So, with Scout and Jack Doohan and Theo Pocher, I think they're two to have a look at. Like I said, everyone's going to go for Oscar Piastri. Let's go different. Let's be different. Why not? Okay, so what we got? So Jack Aitken, he has got he's 26. Oh god, he's old. So I probably want to get a different reserve driver as well. So maybe I'll get both of them in Theo Pocher and Jack Doohan. Maybe who knows? And have one of them as the reserve driver for next year. Maybe that may not be a bad shout. He's 66 rating, 26. Nah, he'll be gone. In fact, is there a younger one who's like a free agent or something? So the lowest one who is a free agent is David Beckman, average 66. So no, there's no point in replacing Jack Aitken. Alexander Marvin, we got him for another 10 months, so we got him for 1 season. He's the Brit tyre driver, and then Lucas Latifi as well. We've also got him for less than a year as well. Okay, so let's go right back to the home page. Here we go. So let's take a look. So we've got our inbox here. Welcome to the team. Welcome to the team, Kevin. This is your new inbox. It's good to get in the habit of checking your inbox regularly, as you'll often receive important emails from different sources. Great having you on board, Audrey Mensah. Okay, thank you very much, Audrey. There we go. We've read that. Let's have a look at the calendar. So here we go. So this is where you look at everything here. So yeah, so I say a week. It's just over a week, isn't it? It's what? That's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 days effectively. So if we're talking 30 days for the Scouter. Where we're talking 1, 2, 3, and go back a day. So the 3rd of April of 2022. Obviously in the past, in real life, that's when we're going to get the results of this scouting. So that means that we have to start the Bahrain and the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix with our current drivers. Let's have a look at the circuits. So of course we're starting at Bahrain. Let's take a quick look at that, see what things are like. So of course you have 3 DRS zones. This is quite important if you want to try and get into lead. Obviously, going into the initial pit straight, then going into corner turn 3. That's where you get the second one. So, if you manage to overtake by the first corner, then you're in a good place to then really stream away from your drivers going down, between turns 3 and 4. I like this. I really like this. So your detection zone is just before I was about to say final corner. Does turn 15, does that really count as a corner? Debatable. Okay. And of course, like that last detection zone. So if you manage to get right in that, just coming up to that final bit of the straight, like I said, you get that second DRS zone going into between 3 and 4, which can be crucial in this one. So you've got a lot of straight sections on this, a lot of straights. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 slow corners. You've got 1, 2, 3 slow corners, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fast sections. So really here you want to try and focus on the straights and the fast sections, which I think we're going to struggle with. Here you go, looking at our things yet. So acceleration, the low speed, the medium speed, definitely acceleration, and then in your dirty air cornering, the low speed, and so low speed and medium speeds in both cornering and when you're cornering, behind the car in the dirty air. Time consideration, average pit lane time loss 25 seconds, green flag 23 seconds, and 20 seconds if it's a safety car virtual. That seems quite short. That really does seem quite short, because every time when we talk about pit stops, it talks about you pretty much cutting it in half. So interesting. How many safety cars we've had over the last 4 seasons? I like this. This is interesting. Gives you something to look for if you're thinking maybe you want to plan your strategy a little bit more, because you've got this past history, the safety car. So I'm not sure what it means when it's 1, 2, and 1. So maybe that means in the last season you had 1 safety car, season before that you had 2, and then season before that you had 1. Virtual safety car, you're a lot more likely, it looks like, possibly I think, to get the virtual safety car than the actual full safety car, which makes sense, I think. Expected strategies, soft, medium, soft, soft, hard, and soft, hard, medium. Interesting. Compound performance, average. So about 12 to 16 laps for the soft, 16 to 22 for the mediums, and for the hards 19 to 26 on average. And of course, you're going to lose a lot more time lost through the degradation going on softs compared to the hards, of course. Previous. See, again, I like this. So this is the race of last year. So yeah, of course. Oh yes, it was Russell last year. So this is the first year that Albon is back in it, because of course George has gone to Mercedes. So this is the first time with it. The TV actually he DNF'd. Okay, few race histories of who's won the last couple of seasons, and the powertrains, of course, is going to be at 0 because, well, we've already decided. But like this, you could have a look and think, oh, maybe is Aston Martin, for example, are they going to possibly take a penalty because of taking too many, so that may give us a little bit of an advantage? I like this. It's really good. So the race, obviously we've got that. So it's saying yes, we've got the drivers, parts all fitted good. Right, let's take a look here. So analyze your car's performance. Here we go. So grid average, we are about 1 kilometer per hour slower than the grid average, which doesn't seem like a lot, but to be honest, it probably does make a huge difference. What's that? 0.01 G lower in acceleration, 0.1 G for low speed cornering, what's that? 0.07 ish for medium, and yeah. So of course we're low down. We're not going to do that. Let's compare to who's probably the low. Aston Martin's probably the lowest. Let's just compare quickly to them. Yeah, they're a bit faster there. So we've got slightly better in our cornering speeds, medium and high speeds. That's good. That probably suits a little bit better in this one. We're tied for acceleration with DRS. Yeah, I think Aston Martin do have the edge. That's obviously car 1. Let's just change to car 2, see if that makes any difference. Shouldn't really do that. They're exactly the same, so that's absolutely fine. So right, let's have a look at our facilities. This is where we want to make some improvements, see if we can do things. So let's have a look. So you've got car development facilities. We've got 7 out of 30 upgrades, 3 out of 15 in the staff facilities, and 9 out of 30 in the operations. So what we're thinking, let's take a quick look. So let's look at the operations. So you've got boardroom, hospitality area, weather centre, a helipad, providing a luxury helicopter landing space, offer a first class experience for your most important guests. We haven't got that. Gives you a 10 plus team attractiveness and a 1% in terms of your payouts for the race weekends. That's pretty good. A memorabilia room displaying your history. That's a nice little thing. Again, you get a little bit of a boost. The tour facilities, obviously, again, gives you a bit of input. How much are we talking for this? So 240,000. It's excuse me. So it's going to take 5 days to build, and it's going to cost an extra £12,000 a month. You know what? I think that's worth it. Let's build it. Let's go for it. There we go. Let's do that. Staff facilities. So you've got team hub, a space for staff to take a break and study their craft, scouting department, and a race simulator. I like this race simulator. What do you get for all these? So team hub, you get more team attractives, you get better morale for your staff and your drivers, and you get a weekly experience gain for your staff. The race one, you get experience for your drivers. That's probably a good thing to have, so you can improve them. Scouting department, I think, that must give you more opportunities to scout them, basically. Okay, so what we're looking at, right, so that 1.9 million, it's going to take 15 days, so it'll take us just past the first one of the season. This one 1.5, 25 days. You know, I want to start with the race simulator. Let's get it on. Let us just you know, get some things in there, get improvements and things. Car facility, car development, this is where we want to look at a lot, because of course, you know, we're behind the pace on the rest of the team, so we want to look at that. So factory, where the parts are manufactured. So at the moment it looks like we can probably manufacture, it's either 3 car parts or 3 different types of car parts, and I believe by upgrading that, 11 million, that's a lot. That's going to take a chunk out of the budget, so that will basically mean that we've got an increase to the capacity, and it actually increased the speed that it's done. Design center, that will only increase the engineer capacity, so maybe that's how many engineers you can hire, I don't know, maybe. The wind tunnel, 10 million, 63 days, that's a big chunk. So doing this, so right, so this is when you're doing the testing, I think, when you're manufacturing new parts, so you get a boost in everything you get. That could be worth having a look at. CFD, the computational fluid dynamics, to simulate airflow over the aerodynamic car parts during the design process to improve their race performance. Suspension simulator, so sounds similar but does that. That's 7.5. What was this one? I didn't look at this one. That was 10 million as well. Test center, so again, I think it just gives you a boost. Do I go for the wind tunnel this early? Obviously, I don't have a huge budget. I need to have a think about this. Is it? I think it may be worth doing. Obviously, it's going to add a huge amount of money, about £250,000 per month that we have to spend now. But I think it may be worth it to get better results. So, yeah, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Whew. So, right, so we've got 1 and 3. So we're doing 3 things at the moment. So we're constructing a helipad, we're upgrading the race simulator, and we're upgrading the wind tunnel. I think that will do for now. Board confidence. So the objective, of course, is 9th or above. Long term. Does it say like how long you have that? Oh, the target season. So we've got 3 seasons to try and be a points contender. So I think that's supposed to be a sort of you know, middle pack. I don't think that's too bad. Long-term objectives: score points in 50% of the season's race. Oh, again, we've got a 3-year bonus for that. I think 50% of the races, I think that would have been a struggle this year, to be perfectly honest. Yeah. Current progress is literally just finished 9th or above. That's it. That is literally it. That's all we want to focus on. Okay, that's absolutely fine. Excuse me. Okay. Oh, and then this is my profile. This is my profile as team principal. So we're literally in our first season. I like this. You can see how many I've entered, what our best finishes in the constructors and the drivers, best finish in a Grand Prix, how many podiums we get, how many total points scored. highest team rating, highest income in a year, and of course it's the current year. So yeah, cool. Right. Okay. Can we look at doing anything for the cars? Yeah, we need a new project. So design a brand new car park for this season, and then okay, yeah. So you have to design a car park, then you have to build them. So all these things will come in. So I don't think we're probably going to aim for doing too much this season. I think we'll probably look at maybe trying to save a bit of money and really going all out to try and improve it next year. Similar to, I think it's Haas and Alfa Romeo, because they kind of stood still for a couple of seasons. They've been, waiting for this season's kind of regulations, and then they've like really developed hard for it, and they've obviously done well of it. So, but we want to do a little bit of improvement. So, what do we get to improve on? Okay, so the chassis, so that improves a bit our top speed and acceleration and engine cooling. The front wing, that does mostly the cornering and brake cooling. The rear wing does your top speed, acceleration, for both in normal and in DRS. Side pods, top speed acceleration normally, not in DRS, but just for the engine cooling. The underfloor acceleration, corners, so that could be a big one. And the suspension, okay, so underfloor doesn't change the top speed, but it increases how fast we get to it. Side pods, I'm thinking of going for the cornering possibly. Can we? Oh, actually, so I've just see. I'm obviously learning all these things. Here we go. Right. So, what's our biggest weakness? Speed. Speed. Speed's a big one. Speed is a very, very big one. So let's have a look. What does the most amount of them? So the rear wing does it both normal and thing. That does that, but it improves the engine cooling and the floor. Just that, and the suspension is that. Right, I think we're going to have to look at the rear wing, because that's the most of the ones that are affected by being 19th in the rankings. So, right, so how do we look at this? Aerodynamic testing, CFD MAU hours, simulates airflow over the car test. Your CFD test limit is measured in mega allocation units hours, and every MAUH is equal to 1 million hours of computer simulation. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. And then the wind tunnel hours. Let's try that as maybe 1. How do we get of that? How many hours of that? We go for 10. So what? Okay. How do you? So this, from the sounds of it, takes our downforce at high speeds from 15th to 19th. So 15th to 9th. That's a big leap. Some of the others not changing too much. What, like, if I would just literally whack that right to the very top, just out of curiosity, what were to happen if I literally used everything just on this? Let you do everything possible. Okay, so DRS Delta would still be 17th. Airflow sensitivity, we go up 2. The high speed is the biggest one. That's the biggest thing that we're going to get the downforce on. Medium speed is a little bit of an increase. Low speed will stay the same, and drag reduction will stay the same. So let's bring this down. Let's bring this right back down. So without doing anything, I mean, your medium speeds and your high speeds, they're already going up quite a bit anyway. So let's go, to give us 5 hours left completely, and let's do this. Let's do 20 winter hours. Yeah, maybe go 24. Give them a whole day all in that. You know what? Yeah, let's do that, I think. Alright, so just to focus to achieve custom performance gains, this will increase design time and cost. Focusing on fewer attribute yields, yields larger performance boosts. Okay, let's just see what that does. Okay, so you can have a normal approach to do it as soon as I can without rushing it. So that will take 57 days. If you want to do it as rushed, so the more engineers you have assigned to it, of course, the quicker they're going to do it. Understandable. Increase the cost? It doesn't look like it. Okay, so normal as soon as I can. So that would take 62 days. That will take quite a little while. Oh, excuse me. A rushed would take it from 20 days quicker, almost 3 weeks quicker. That adds on an extra $400 or so $1,000 to do that. So what's that? Put in extra hours to finish it. It would be a higher cost but a lower expertise gain. And an intensive one, we're literally going from 868,000 up to 2.6 million. You'll probably do that if you're big and everything. Cost will be higher, but you'll gain a greater car park expertise bonus, which will improve future designs of this car park. I think we just want to do it normal for now. Keep it nice and simple. So, yep. Let's confirm that. 62 days. Do I want to start it? Yes, I do. I think that's all that we want to really probably focus on for right now. Get a little bit of extra speed in there, hopefully. We've got our drivers sorted. So, shall we just continue? Let's move over. Apologise. This obviously is very, very long-winded, but I'm just playing this for the fun of it. And to be honest, if you guys enjoy this and want to stick with me, then please feel free to do so. Like, share, comment, all the usual YouTuber stuff. Or you don't have to. It's entirely up to you. So another message from Audrey Mensa. Allow me to introduce you to our talented car development team. Technical Chief Francois Javier de Maison and the Head of Aerodynamics, David Wheeler. David Wheaton, not quite as glamorous, is he, that one? So that's just an introduction. Good morning, Kevin. I've just realised you joined the team a little too late to negotiate a sponsor application for this season. Yeah, so let's go to sponsor obligations. Let's take a little look at. So the sponsor events you're committed to completing. So merchandising. So your team must create merchandise featuring your sponsors. Paying to have that merchandise made requires an upfront cost, but selling it will increase your sponsor income both ways. So because of that, obviously we spend about nearly 11 million at the start, and we get about £742,000 per race. The race simulator event, that may increase because we've just paid to increase our race simulator. Your team must host a sponsor event in your race simulator. Your drivers won't be able to use the simulator while you're hosting these events, so they won't gain boosted experience. The race simulator's weekly experience boost is reduced for the week of each event. Number of events 15, so we've got to do that 15 times, I'm guessing. Cannot be removed between seasons, but can be renegotiated. Okay. Race hospitality. Pit crew's performance will decrease on each race day that the team hosts sponsors in the pit. Okay. Must host a sponsor event in the pit box during races. This will distract your pit crew and slightly reduce their performance. Memorabilia room. Yeah, and driver appearances. Okay. Nope, that's fair enough. Sure, we'll work out how we do that properly. Our kick-off party. Oh, response required. Morning, Kevin. We've had an idea for a pre-season kick-off party to bring everyone together to celebrate the team. We'll need a budget approval if we want to go ahead with it. What do you think? Yours sincerely, Maria Zilpa. Party request. Approve it for $10,000 to improve driver morale and staff morale, or we could deny it. You know what? 10 grand. I've seen worse. Let's do it. Perfect. Okay, let's continue on again. Pre-season testing results. Oh, and I've earned a trophy. Facility expansion. Woohoo! Okay, so we've built our helipad. That's fantastic. Okay, so it's conditioned, so it looks like we may have to like refurbish it from time to time to obviously do it, but it obviously gives a slightly better sponsorship payout, and obviously has done it. Visit the helipad. Let's please. Oh, can we not see it? Oh, I thought we would have got to see that. That's a shame. Never mind. We can upgrade it again if we wanted to get a better attractiveness and another thing. We're not going to do that just now. We'll leave that for time being. It was just nice to add something on there. Okay. I'm going to stop just before. Right, post-season testing results. So we now know where our car stands versus the other teams. I've attached a report below detailing our car's performance. We should use this information to guide our car part design strategy throughout the season and minimise any performance weaknesses. So, can you see both of them? Or is that just for one? It looks like it's... Yeah, it looks like it just shows car one, but to be honest, they're the same at this moment in time. So these are all the kind of stuff we kind of knew on, because we've already kind of had a look at that, so that's absolutely fine. We expected that. And season starts. Good morning, Kevin. The Bahrain Grand Prix is almost here, so I wanted to make sure that the team is prepared before we leave. As always, make sure that you completed the below before heading to a race weekend. Check the circuit info page to help plan your strategy. Check our sponsor performance targets and potentially guarantee them results for a higher reward. And check that our car builds are using the best of our car part designs. Understandable. Go to race preparation, review targets. Okay, so qualifying targets. Right, so qualifying position. We could say that yes, we're going to guarantee ourselves to reach Q3 or Q2. So sponsors will reward you for achieving that target, but they'll reduce their contribution if you don't hit your own guarantee. Okay, so if we did reach Q2, we'd gain an extra $95,000. We'd potentially lose about $24,000 if we fail to do that. I'm not going to do that for the first one because I just don't think that we're going to do that. That's that. Race targets, finish position and fastest lap. So right, so we could say that we're going to guarantee ourselves the fastest lap. We're not going to do that. Finishing position, finish the race in at least 15th position with both drivers. So can we change that at all? Oh no, they're just set by the sponsors. Okay, so I could have made an alteration by going for the fastest lap, but we're not going to do that. So if we manage to get both of them 15th or higher, then we'd gain about an extra $210,000. Realistically, I don't think we're going to do that. Hot streak targets. Qualify 15th or higher for 5 races in a row with at least one driver. That's getting into Q2 each time. I think we're going to struggle, just to be perfectly honest with that. Finish position streak. Finish 3 races in a row with at least one driver reaching at least 15th position. Okay, so I could make it higher if I wanted to, so if I wanted to guarantee ourselves an at least second, but we don't, that ain't going to happen, so we're not going to do that. We're not going to do any of these optional ones, because it's realistically, it ain't going to happen, like I said. So that I think is everything. So I've looked at the circuit info. We've kind of already had a look at this. We know a little bit of what we're looking at. We've obviously got loads of drivers. And we've got our car parts. So let's go to the race weekend. What I'm just going to do very, very quickly is I'm just going to grab myself a quick drink. Because I've been talking for, well, probably about an hour or so. I apologise, it's very in-depth. I'm going to be going really, really slowly. But this is the thing, you know, we want to enjoy ourselves. Hang on a second.
Welcome to the archipelago of Formula One. Bahrain might have a small land footprint, but it's showing its big spirit right now in the grandstands. Either way, it's time for another fantastic weekend of Grand Prix racing. The Bahrain International Circuit is a challenging track, and the cars routinely have to brake from high gear to low to take the narrow turns. With the need for downhill braking, the risk of locking up is one drivers will need to manage. It's all about focus and balance to get victory here. At this early stage in the season, there are still plenty of opportunities for things to change. In this sport, there simply are no guarantees. The weekend begins here.
Thank you very much, Crofty. So, So again, I probably am going to pause just before I move into this properly, because I presume this is going to be quite a little while. I'm just going to quickly nip to the toilet and just nip outside for one quick second. But right here, right now, I like what I'm seeing. Obviously, I am going quite slowly because I'm trying to showcase this to everyone, and anyone who wants to look into this a little bit more deeply. You know, you can pause the video at any time. You can have a look, see some of the screens that's on here. It's entirely up to you. I just want to share this experience with you. Obviously, I pre-ordered this game, so I've got access a couple of days early. So this is why we're doing it. So, like I said, I'm going to quickly nip to the toilet. So my headset's going down, my controller's going down. I'll leave you with this this lovely little screen so you can have a look. And if you think of any suggestions for me for the race, then please comment down below, or anything that you think I should be doing to improve the team moving forward to try and get as higher up the grid that we can. So thank you very much, guys. I will be back momentarily. And I am back. Okay, so let's take a quick look here. So these are all our sponsored targets, which I don't think we're going to get anything good here, but it's a good little start. Okay, so let's continue on. So going to pre-practice 1. Let's take a look at the car setup. So we want to try and get things as probably essentially as we can. Into each one. This is obviously definitely going to take a little bit of getting used to. So I think we're going to try and run for about 20 laps, and we want to go for a hard compound tire. So we get 7 soft tires for the duration of thing, and then we get an additional one for the race itself. 2 hards. Which obviously one will be for the race itself, and again we've got 2 mediums to go with, plus 1 for the race itself. Don't think we need to worry too much about the intermediates or the wets. I don't think it's going to be a wet race, but we're going to go with a hard compound tyre. That will give us a lot of time to really get into the groove of things, really try and build up our track acclimatization, the car parts knowledge and the setup confidence, and maybe go out on it again. So we'll go with the hard. Obviously, yeah, no issues there because we've got no additional parts. We've made the check there, and the driving options. So yeah, we just want to. We just want to go kind of neutral with all of that, I think. Okay, that's car 1. And then... Okay, so again, we're going to go for the hard. That's fine. The run plan. Again, go for about 20 laps. Car setup. Let's try and go for the same. So 8, 11, 1, 9, 8, 11, 1, 9. So we give them the both same 3.15 and 1. But actually Albon's, he's looking a little bit different. So actually let's go for something a bit different. So again, try and probably get middle for each of these, I think. Probably about there. Let's try that, I think. I'm kind of going my way with it. So let's go through to practice 1. Manage or no, let's manage it. We want to see how this goes, so let's go into it.
Radio check. Copy, radio check.
Okay, we have literally started. So obviously I've got to get used to the controls through all of these. So that to that, that to change. No. Oh, it's because I think we haven't got out yet. That's why we can't change that as of yet. And there you go to pause. Okay, so let's start by sending out Alexander Albon. Here we go. Car number 6 heading out onto track. I paused there. I said this will take a little bit of getting used to. And there's a Mercedes going out, and let's just send out Latifi as well. Let's just in pit lane. There we go. Oh, this looks good. I love the authenticity they've got with the radio messages and the camera angles. These look really good. Doesn't even look like the right tyres rotating. That's a bit of an interesting one. Oh, they've got a rear angle. So we've got oh, nose cam. Look at that. Oh, that is beautiful. And there you go. Here's the sort of cinematic view of that. I am just looking at this because how do you change the view of the of who you're looking at? I don't know who I'm looking at. I believe I'm looking at Albon. Okay. I think I've worked out who I'm looking at now. Right. So now we're looking at Albon. Now we're definitely looking at Albon. There you go. Car number 23. Lewis 23. This is my favourite number. So I'm quite happy for Albon to have my favourite number. There we go. We've got the strategy view. Okay, so Verstappen, Latifi, Albon and Magnussen are all out on the hards. Everybody else is on softs. Sectors, well, we're doing personal best, which is great because we should be at this stage. And so far we've done 2 laps. There we go. So we're coming around the final big corner. Oh, it's sort of a little corner, isn't it? Here we go. And what time does Albon set initially? So we're about 3 seconds off the leader of Sainz, but of course he is on softs compared to us being on hard, so I don't think that's too bad. Right. Okay. Let's speed up the time a little bit. So you can see just towards the top right corner of each of these guys.
I think someone's run wide.
Oh.
Let's have a look.
Oh.
Now watch this. Here's Alonso's car.
Oh.
And they've
We've
gone
gone.
wide.
Was that really wide? So I've seen some clips and those
really
kind of things.
With that. Let's hope it doesn't set them back.
It's kind of
bad.
saying, you know, that they've went in wide. I think early days, it's very early days. I think obviously patches will come out and things will improve and everything. So we'll obviously see how things go. So let's speed up the time again a little bit. So yeah, so as you do more laps, you get obviously the drivers becoming more acclimatized with it. With the race setup, they say, you know, oh, I think I'm happy with this, or I'm not happy with this, and so on and so forth. So both of them. Latifi's 3 out of 5 comments. Albums. Now he's on 3, so we'll keep going until we get 5 out of 5. I think we then call in the guys, we discuss everything with them. Obviously, we're right at the back of the pack at the moment. That's fine. You know, we're on the hard compound tyres. It's absolutely fine. The TV's now on to 4 out of 5. And oh, here we go.
Back on the car. Feeling too much instability.
Okay, so the TV's not happy with everything at the moment. So we're going to call him in. Right, so we're going to have a look here. Right, so he's quite happy with the oversteer. Well, he's getting there. He's happiest on the straights, so we're getting into the right sort of area for the straights. The braking stability and the traction is not good for him. So let's have a look, see what we can change. So I want to try and get a little bit more central. Let's try that. The angle of the rear wing. I want to go maybe more that way, but yeah, this very much is a kind of a work in progress to try and find the optimum thing, and I quite like that. So tyres. So we've got about 28 left, so we'll stay with the hards. That's absolutely fine. Yep, that's absolutely fine. So it'll take apparently about 4.5 minutes to make the changes to this, and then we can go out again. That's absolutely fine. So we'll do that. So just speeding up time a little bit more till we get. I think it automatically stops and goes back to 1 speed. Oh. Right, so we are, how do we do this again? Ah, there we go. So we're going to call him in as well. And see how he's feeling about his, and the TV will probably be going out momentarily as well. We've got about half an hour left. That's perfect. Oh. So we're going to send out the TV. He's now going out, and Alexander Albon is coming in. And we'll see how we get on. So, right. So, cornering and traction he's happy with, but the straights, braking and oversteer he's not happy with. So let's make some adjustments here. So do that. Right. Let's try it there. That was quite good, so I want to keep that back. About there. Let's try that. And so, tyres wise, go for another 24 laps, so that's fine. We'll stay on them. We can't change them. and that's all good there as well. So we'll speed up the time again a little bit. So Albon at the moment is about 7/10 quick on his fastest. We'll see obviously how that changes. And Albon's now going out as well. And he's in nice clean air, which is nice to see as well.
Who's running wide there?
Russell's run wide. We're not going to watch that. We're not interested about Russell, especially not in practice one. And we're still, there's not many others that are on the hard tyres.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
So much speed.
Understood.
Right. It's really quite tricky to get the right sort of balance to get all these kind of stuff in. That's going to take. No, we're gonna. Yeah, we're gonna leave him in, and we'll wait to see what Albon says, and then we'll use this for practice too. I think we've got a good amount of data there. Really good amount of data. Come on, can you get to 5? Come on, get to 5. Got 3 minutes left. Come on, Albon. There we go. 2 minutes left. Car feels pretty good. I like that.
I have no rear grip anymore. Alright, Roger.
You have no rear grip yet.
Do you want to keep working the tyres?
Well, you're already in there.
Anyway, good job. Thank you very much.
Yep. Perfect. That's one session down. Okay. So Albon did about 5 laps more than Latifi. Perfect. Right. Just wait for the cars to finish coming in. There we go. So Leclerc was fastest on a set of mediums compared to the softs of Verstappen. Norris, Tsunoda, they were the only two that set faster laps on hards. Lando, so compared to Albon, 3.0, so he was about 1.6 seconds faster, and Tsunoda about 1.4 quicker than that. Data review. Yeah, so we literally just kept the same tyres for all of those. Final lap 140. So yeah, of course they were dying off towards the end. Again, that's absolutely fine. So we did not cause any yellow flags. That, or well, actually no, we didn't. And that's fine. Okay. I'll do continue. So Albon's got a better track acclimatization. He did a couple of 5 extra laps, so that would make sense why he's done that. Car knowledge is the same. Albon has better confidence in the setup compared to Latifi at the moment. That's fine. So going over to practice 2. It's another cloudy one in the daytime. Absolutely fine. Okay, so I think we're going to go for this. Yeah, we'll go for the softs this time. So let's have a look at the car setup. So yeah, let's try that. Run plan about 15 laps. Yeah, I think that would do. Yeah, we just want to go sort of normal for those, I think. Okay, and so he's got a lot better confidence. So really it's the cornering and the straights we want to see if we can change a little bit. Right, so let's try and get that into the middle there. I think that's getting into that sort of ballpark area. I'll get that back into that sort of area. That's good. We've done that, so and yeah, we're going for the softs this time. Okay, so let's go again.
Radio check.
Radio check, loud and clear.
That's green now. Green now.
Yeah, both of them going straight out. First 2 out. With more drivers coming out and setting things, we're obviously just tumbling further and further down. But Albon's ahead of Vettel and Ricciardo at the moment. I'm happy to see that. What's the tyres being used? Okay, and there we go, right to the bottom.
I think we've had a car run wide.
Oh, signs has run wide.
And car balance feedback when capacity.
Yeah. Car is okay.
Oh, that's good.
Copy.
He's a little bit happier. That is good. I like to see that. Perfect. And give us your feedback when you can, Albon. Car feels great! Yes! Fabulous! Right. Right, here we go. We're getting there. We're nearly there. Just going to make a couple of tiny little changes. Now we're literally fine tweaking it. And boom. Oh no, that just takes back. Right, so yeah, we're changing our tyres. Yeah, so we're just trying to tweak it a tiny bit more. Run plan, about 15 laps. Yep. I'm happy with that. And here is Albon coming in. Let's have a look. Oh, not much we can really tweak, is there? So, right. Shall we just leave him on that? Because he's feeling great in pretty much everything apart from the straights, which we know we're lacking in anyway. Yeah, let's leave it at that. So change the tyres, that's absolutely fine. So that'll take us a few seconds to do that. And yeah, let's do that. Perfect. And send him out. See if Latifi has any slight improvement. But Albon is now only just behind Stroll and Vettel. You know, by a few attempts. So that's. I'm happy with that. Oh, he's got above Vettel. Yes, yes, Albon. Yes, mate. You don't always want to see it in these speeds, but obviously the race is the main important. Obviously, oh, and that was Leclerc. Leclerc's gone. Ah, so you can actually look at different drivers and see where they are on the track and see what they're doing. That's quite cool. Oh, tell you what, Aston Martin looks really nice there. I was with both Astons. Get him. I just want that last bit of notification about how the car's doing. How I was feeling about that. Oh, it's coming into the garage.
Back on the car.
Yep.
It's okay for now. Puppy.
It's okay. Right. Oof. So we found the optimal setting for the oversteer. It's literally just cornering. So that's something we just want to really just try and make that tiny little tweak there. So, right, so sending him out on the same one. It hasn't changed his setup confidence at all, so we might want to make a tiny little tweaks to that again, so we get more in the optimums for that. Okay, so we can't like automatically just skip to the end. That's fine. We'll just skip to the end now. Vettel has gone slightly faster than Albon in the end. Yeah, I mean, we'd quite like to try and finish 15th. For getting to Q2, we're definitely away. Alright, let's let everyone come in. Definitely good with the acclimatization and the parts knowledge. Obviously, Albon's feeling more comfortable with the car and the setup. Performance bonuses, total boosters, driver gains for their track acclimatization, car parts, and knowledge. Okay, so Latifi, everything's going up. Reactions, what we're talking about 2 in everything. For Albon, 2, 3, 2, 2, 2. Okay, not bad.
Our race weekend continues as we head into FP3 and then qualifying.
And we're on Saturday.
Ahead of the race tomorrow, the teams will be putting their practice data.
Here's our final amount of practicing. Okay. Right, so This is our final chance to really try and nail this. So, as I said, the cornering is bad. So, we don't want to really change the oversteer. That we want to keep the same. So that, can't move that. We're literally talking tweaks now, aren't we? Really talking tweaks. The traction is, we're losing that now. Oof. Right. That's going on. So that way we want to go that way. That we want to then go back like that to get to that. Oh, but the straight is, oh, it's really tricky this now when you get to this nitty gritty. How do you make the changes too much without losing the good stuff that you've got? Let's try. So what's that changing? That is only changing the brake stability and the cornering. Okay. That's where we were there. Right. Now we're losing the traction part of things. Oh, it's really tricky. Right. Try that. So this time I think we'll go on the mediums and we'll go again about 18 laps. I think that's about right. Okay. Right. Okay. So if we try and change the straights. Right, that's feasible. So again we're going to go mediums. Again, we're going to go 18 laps. There we go, I think.
Radio check.
Yeah, radio check loud and clear.
That's green now. Green now.
Give him a little bit of free air. Get to the end of the pit. Now you can go out. Okay, give a little bit of distance between the two. So the gap is definitely closer between Albon and Latifi. That's good. Definitely better. Oh, it's changed again. Yeah, it's about 6/10. So compared to where it was about, nearly about a second, that's definitely an improvement. Still towards the back. What can we say? That's always going to happen. Yeah, compared to where we were, I'm happy thus far. It's back of the grid. It's the first race of the season. We all know what it's going to be like.
Oh, did someone run wide there?
Oh, Norris. Oh dear. Right. There we go.
When you have it, give me feedback on balance.
Yeah. Car is okay.
So he's not as happy.
All okay. Car feels pretty good. Yeah, Roger.
So, not quite there with this. So, problem is again we're losing the straights. Which one does the straights? It's that one. So if we can do that, and let's try and bring these back into. And do we stay with the same mediums, or do we go for a fresh set? Let's stay with the mediums, the same set, I think. Go a little bit less. Okay. %. Ugh! So we've got 2 optimals now, 2 greats and a good. I don't want to try. I'm happy to try and make like one tiny little tweaks here and there. Make again tiny little tweak. Might get slightly better. If we don't, we can always revert back to that previous one. And as soon as Latifi's ready, and there we go. Off you go.
Like we've had a spin.
Magnussen spin. Let's watch the spin.
Now. All eyes on Kevin Magnussen here.
Oh, he just clipped the curve there, just took him out there.
The car's just gone.
There we go, and Albon's going out now.
Did somebody spin out there?
Oh,
Let's
Schumacher
take a look at the
span.
replay. Right, watch this.
What's
There's
his one?
Schumacher.
Oh!
Look at that! They've spun their car.
Yeah, definitely. I think the graphics for things like the spins and stuff like that, they're definitely the kind of things I think are lacking the most graphics wise of this game at this moment in time. It's a hard one, because how much do you go for graphics? How much do you go for all this kind of behind the scenes stuff? You know, if you compare like Football Manager and FIFA, obviously they're two games I've played a lot. I'm a big football fan. Nottingham Forest fan, if you're interested at all. There's obviously a huge difference between the graphics that you get in FIFA compared to what you get in Football Manager. Football Manager is awful in comparison.
I don't have the grip.
Copy.
Alright.
Guys, these oscillations are killing me.
That's fine. Right. Let's change to some softs. Get out there. We've got very little time left, haven't we? There's about like 10 minutes left, so we've got hardly any time at all. Let's give it a feel for, say, what we're talking, 1:37, so a minute and a half. So 3 minutes, 6 minutes. So let's just do 10 laps. I'll give enough fuel for that. Oh. Yeah, and then do the same with Albon. He's a little bit of something. Alright. There we go. Should just sort of finish in enough time to get the rest of the setup there for that in time. Here we go.
Car balance feedback when capacity.
So good for me. Yeah, thanks. Yeah, good job, guys.
Hey, there we go. %. I'm happy with that. Optimal, great, good, great, good. That it takes getting used to, doesn't it? With this, really does. So I'm happy that that he's got a reasonable set of knowledge there with that. Come on now, Albon, get the 5th one. Come on.
Anyway, good job. Thank you very much.
Oh, we didn't quite get that one in time. Crap. Maybe I should have left him out on the mediums, just doing that, because he wasn't complaining at the time. Oh, there we go! Ooh! The car feels great. Cheers. Perfect. There we go. Just get back in. Right. And how do we do on those ones? So Albon finishing above both of them. So he was 7/10 quicker than Latifi in the end. Latifi 4/10 off the Aston Martins. I will take that. Because again, like a lot of the videos I've seen so far from like proper YouTubers who really know their stuff, but like I said, I'm Kevin, Kevin the Geek. I've got 0% brains, but 100% nerdiness. There's a massive difference on what I've seen in a lot of the ones they've done. So having one again above both Astons and very short bit off. Them with Latifi, I'll take that. Albon is literally 4 thousandths faster than Vettel, and Latifi is about 4/10 slower than Stroll. I will take that. Right, so Albon got to 85% in total. So 3, 3, 3, 2, 2. That's better than what he had. He was all 2, so what we've got now, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2. Again, we've got 2 slightly better than before. So I will take that. Oh, but now we're going into qualifying 1. We ain't getting out of qualifying 1. Let's be honest. As Williams, the fact that we're going back there all the time, we're not. So, how are we going to do this? Oh, we've got those softs, haven't we? So, I'll leave it to sort of middle of the session, I think, to go there, because we don't want to waste our tyres. We definitely want at least 2 soft tyre compounds kept back for the race itself. The mediums, we've got 2, and then obviously hards, we'll have a new set of hards for the race itself. So what that means, let's take a quick look here. So yeah, so we're going to go to a soft compound tyre for Latifi. Last chance test. You know what? We're keeping it as that. We're literally not changing that. Run plan. Yeah, just literally do 1. That's fine. So I'm not going to change anything. So we're going to start the qualifying. Whew, here we go. Here we go. Radio checks. Here we go.
Copy, radio check.
Okay. So, of course, we are going to speed up a little bit. Hamilton is though so far the first out, then Stroll, then Vettel, then Grosjean Yu. So we'll let them have their goes, and we'll give it a couple of minutes. Definitely have a couple of minutes. Obviously, very important that we try and time these really well. So we'll send out Latifi first. Let's send him out now. Perfect, there, coming in, perfect. Hopefully he's gone into a nice little gap. And same for Albon. He might slow down Mick Schumacher here. Oh no, I think he's got a cool down anyway. Right. I think this is Latifi's first flying lap. There we go, he's gone past the Mercedes. Ricardo's had a very poor first lap. He's nearly 4 seconds away. He must have had a spin, or he's maybe doing a slightly longer one, kind of a cool-in kind of thing maybe. Excuse me. So Albon is kind of coming round. Obviously, Latifi's doing a personal best. What would he exactly expect? Right, here we go. And let's see Albon. Let's see him right from the start. Oh, is he going to get held up in traffic? I hope not. And Latifi's coming around the last corner. Where's he going to finish up? Well, obviously, the Astons is the benchmark. Let's see how they go. And he's about 4 seconds behind Stroll, so pretty much where he was in practice. There's a car up ahead. Let's hope he doesn't get held up. that was close. He nearly got squeezed out there to put him wide. We don't want to see that. We want to see a nice, really, really smooth one. We're coming around the corner. We've got a driver coming up who I think is on a cooldown. Hopefully we can get it in the right sort of time. Coming up to the corner. This is going to be tight, I think. Is he going around? He's going around. I think we might be okay here. I think we're going to be okay. He's not going to hold us up. That's good. A little bit on the curbs. And coming up to the line. Where is he coming out? He's slower than Latifi. That's not good. That is not good. Albon's slower than Latifi. He must have been held up by a car at some point. Because he's been faster all throughout the session, so that's surprising. That's really surprising. Ricardo's even slower now. Has he had a second run yet? I don't know. See if you're coming into the pits. Limiter on. Okay. Right. Right. Alright. So I'm trying to think. We've got 6 minutes left. I don't think because we waited, I don't think we're going to get another one in. So we are going to keep him with that and let the speed kind of ramp up a little bit. Get a little bit closer to the end. See how we're doing. I'm going to go out with a couple of minutes left to spare. Things we've got to be so careful with this. Right, so we obviously want a different set of tyres. I'm just going to change the tyres again there. And, God, I timed this so well. Send out Latifi first. Thinking 2.5 minutes. Oh, the cars are starting to go out. Right. So let a couple of these cars go. Right, Latifi, go. And Albon. And I'm going to get out before Stroll. Right, here we go. About 2 minutes left of the session. I think we're going to be absolutely fine time-wise. The big Schumacher's literally only just coming out now. Speed up a little bit. Russell's in the bottom three. That's a surprise. Ricciardo's still really, really bad. He's one of the first ones out. So he wants to really get going. Verstappen's not doing well. He's down in 6th. Obviously, this is an Q1, isn't it? So we've got about a minute left. Yeah, Latifi and Albon. Surely they're both going to make it around. I can't imagine that they wouldn't. They're both really close to each other now. Oh, I don't mean to pause that. Right, here we go. Right. Got a little bit of space between them, that's not too bad. Come on, let's have greens. Let's have greens. Green sectors, we want green sectors. Oh, well, I mean, purple would be great, but like I said, I've said all the way through this. We ain't doing it. So, yeah, 5 seconds off the Astons at this stage is not what we want to see. Right, they're both up in sector 1. That is good. See, we're down here. We can see both of them here from this angle, can't we? Shouldn't get held up by any traffic. We should be absolutely fine. Oh, Vettel is... oh, no. Oh, I think that little red thing is to say that you're in danger of the drop zone. Vettel is out. Vettel is out. So Stroll needs to improve. Russell needs to improve. Ricciardo, from the looks of it, is going to be safe. No, yeah, Vettel definitely is safe. Oh, Russell. Oh, no, he jumped up. I thought for a second it was right there. It was still at the bottom. Right. Come on, can we do this? I don't think we can. But come on, can we at least beat the Astons? We can't. So, we're lining up P19 and P20 for the grid for the opening race of the season. Can't believe we're probably about 2 hours into this game already. So both your drivers were eliminated and will not participate in the rest of qualifying. That was to be expected. That was to be expected. So, obviously, we ideally don't want to finish last in this race.
Williams had a good performance in qualifying. Now they'll be eager.
Let's get to the races up. So partially cloudy, might suit us a little bit better, possibly. Who knows? Right. So here we go. Obviously we're in part firming conditions, so we can't make any adjustments to setups now, which we wouldn't want to anyway. Right. How? Oh, car strategy. Here we go. Right. Okay. So we're not going to start on the softs. I don't think we're definitely not going to start on the softs. So, stint 1. I'm thinking start on the hards. So we can go quite long. So I'm thinking hard, medium. So we'll do that one. Let's change this one to. So I'll make him. Oh no, not intermediate. Oh my god. Oh, it's that. Right, let's change that. So now we should. Yeah, there we can change the hard. Right, I'm getting the hang of this. So. Let's do a hard soft sub. So that would mean and let's do a what do we have there? Yeah. Okay, so there, I think. Okay, so what I'm thinking, Latifi, either way, we're gonna start him on the hards. Okay, he's at the back of the grid. He, we want to possibly take advantage of a safety car if something comes up. We'll obviously have to think about that if something comes up, which I personally of the videos I've seen of other people doing this, I would be surprised if there's a safety car or a virtual safety car. But I think it gives us some options. So basically we've got strategy A, hard, medium, soft. Strategy B is hard, soft, soft. And then C is hard, soft, medium. I mean, we're literally talking such tiny differences between each one, time-wise. Literally a second between all three. Because you're starting. If let's say this one, could I change that to another medium? So that one is showing slightly second, medium, soft, medium. We're literally talking, what, 6 seconds, which is so minimal. Is it even worth changing that? Moment, I'm going to go with strategy A. Oh, I've got another trophy, race strategist. Yeah, I'm thinking at the moment, hard, medium, soft. Obviously, by the end of the race, you're going to be low on fuel, so even you'll be able to go a little bit faster with everything that you're doing there. So I'm thinking that one is probably the way to go. Hard, medium, soft. I just had a look pop up. I think I've got a viewer. Hello to you. Welcome to my stream here. Obviously, this is the very first race. It's the Bahrain Grand Prix. First race season. I'm with Williams. I'm going for a road to glory. So we're just starting out the tyre strategy, and we're going into the race shortly. So Latifi, we're going to start on the hard. So if we can we go back now? Yeah, that's got that. So let's look at Albon. I think I'm going to start him for the mediums, though. I think he's where I'm going to start. So if let's put that to a medium compound. How much are we looking at with these? Where can we get that there? 130, 50, and then these ones are about 6 seconds slower. So let's change this one. So again, we're going to start with the medium, and then do we reckon we could do a one stop on this one? Is that doable? Oh, it's pushing it. It's really, really pushing it. No, I don't think it's going to be feasible. I really, really don't. So if we say I can't remember what we had for the first one. Medium, soft, soft. So this one, medium, and then change to hard, and then finish off on the soft. So if we come back a bit there, and then this one obviously right further down. About 45, so that'll be about 12 laps worth. I think that's reasonable. Update that. So that one's so the first one still is slightly faster, obviously, because you've got the softs. And then this one, if we do that again, make that the hards. And if we did that one as medium, medium, stretch this out a bit, about there, and then yeah, so that one you're giving really good tyre length there. Oh no, hang on, no. Hang on, can't do that. If we do medium, hard, medium, that's what I want to do for that one. Oh, hang on. Still getting used to this. Medium, hard, medium, there we go. So about there, I think. Oh no, no, I don't want a new stim. What am I doing? Still getting used to this. Still trying to get my head around all of this. So, strategy A, medium, soft, soft. Strategy B, medium, hard, soft. And then strategy C, medium, hard, medium. So either way, we're starting on the mediums. And so now they're there. And yeah, so by about 6 seconds, that's the fastest. So we're going to go with that one there. So let's go back. So that's how we are currently going to go with these. So obviously Latifi, he's at the back, so he's starting on the hards. Let him kind of get the free air and just kind of stroll through. And then Albon starting with the mediums. I think that's a reasonable start. We can obviously adjust this as the race goes in, seeing what happens, if there's any safety cars or anything of that kind of nature. So, if you give me about 2 minutes, I'm just going to quickly nip to the toilet because this is going to be quite a long race. So I'll be back momentarily. Okay, sorry about the pause there, just going to the toilet. Okay, so here we go for the opening race of 2022 at the Bahrain International Circuit. Let's go. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share, all those usual bits and bobs. As you probably see from my channel, I literally have so few videos. This is literally my second video. Because I'm very new to all this. I'm streaming directly from my PlayStation. I don't have a camera, you can't see my face. But I'm here to have fun playing a game, and if people want to watch me, then I'm happy with that as well.
And this is it.
Here we go.
Grand Prix.
5 red lights. And away we go.
And away we go.
So, as I said, the aim here is we just want to beat the Aston Martins if we can. That would be a great little thing. And Albon has already taken a position. He's taken over Stroll. Fantastic. Hopefully we get a replay of that, because I did actually just kind of miss that.
And a new position.
Oh, here we go. Yeah.
By Williams. Let's take a closer look. Now
into the corner. Breaking a bit late, and oh, I think he squeezed him out a little bit. Squeeze him out a little bit. Oh, don't the cars look beautiful there?
A bold move indeed. And with that, they've gained a position.
Well done, Albon. Well done indeed.
The team
yeah!
And clearly loving that.
Let's just have a look. So we're the only ones who are not on the soft tyres at the start of the race. I think it's better to go soft towards the end of the race, especially when you're a back marker team, because I think... oh, a car spun! Who was that? Mick Schumacher! And there's a yellow flag out.
Copy.
Here's the replay. Now just focus on the Haas.
Oh, and... oh!
What a spin out!
Oh, what happened there? Did he clip into the car? I'm not sure what happened there. So, Albon currently up to 17th, Latifi up to 19th. So we're going to watch the first couple of laps here, and then we're going to kind of see how we get on. At the moment, I'm just intrigued watching it. So it's you've got a lot to think about, all these things about changing how hard you push your tyres, how hard you put your ERS, and of course your fuel consumption as well. So we've got quite a bit of space to stroll behind. We're currently on board with Albon. Can he get Vettel? Probably not. Oh, he's getting very close. I'll say he's on the softs. So we're going to be going longer. So hopefully we'll get some positions in the pit stops. So currently in DRS range of Stroll behind. He's about 8.8 seconds behind. Albon is 0.6 behind Vettel at this moment in time. So can we... I want to go for the straights. I want to push him for his DRS.
Just use the overtake. Copy.
Really push.
Use DRS.
DRS enabled. Go for it. Go, 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 go.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
Yep, okay. Yeah. Deploy. Okay. I don't know what happened.
Ooh, little wobble there.
Haas with an overtake. Let's see
Oh.
what happened there. Right, watch this. There's Schumacher.
Oh, straight down speed. Obviously, he's on softs. That's always going to happen. We're not fighting the Hasses. We're fighting the Aston Martins today.
Get past.
That's what we want to
Which
do.
moves them up a
If we can
position.
beat both the Astons, I'll be happy.
The team are devastated.
Don't want to see their reactions. So we're going to a slightly faster mode here. Let's speed things up a little bit. So Albon is currently up to 16. That's really, really good.
And there's an overtake from Williams.
Oh,
We can
yeah,
take
we
a
want to
look
see this
now.
one.
Now we see the Williams here.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Nice and easy. Okay, so let's bring that back down a bit.
Check the DRS. Yes.
And I think he's going to try and overtake us. He's got the DRS. He's going to go for it. Can we stay ahead? Ooh, is he going to do it? We're going to go on Albon. You can do it. Vettel had the inside line. He was always going to take him. And now I think he's got the DRS and he's going to go, yeah, wide open. You see right there, bang.
Aston Martin with a great play there. They've moved up a place.
So we'll speed things up a little bit. Have them back up to 16th. That's really, really good. Latifi, of course,
And
he
a
is
new
at the back.
position. Just
But of course,
gained by
he's on the
Williams.
hard, so he's going to be slower. He's 8-9 seconds behind. Oof.
Looks like Aston Martin have just gained a race position.
It's very neck and neck between Vettel and Albon. Oh, Albon's down to 18th. Oof. Obviously, make sure you make a little bit further down because he span out. He's got a bit more fuel, so we can afford to push a little bit.
Oh, there's a spin. Let's
Schumacher
take a look
spin
at the
again.
replay. Right, watch this. There's
I
Schumacher.
think that was the same place. He just
And
clipped the
this-
curb there.
Yes, this is where they spun out.
So Albon currently 17th,
We've
Latifi
just had a
in
spin.
20th. Guan Yu Zhou just had a spin as well. Let's put that back down. Taiwan's looking good. So I think, yeah, Latifi you can afford to push a
Looks
little
like
bit
there's
more.
been a lock-up.
Oh,
Let's take a
Schumacher's
closer
having a
look.
bad
Just
race.
Focus on the Haas. They've locked up,
Ooh.
but that could have been much worse.
Okay, so I think, yeah. So Vettel and a lot of people have now pitted. I think Ocon and Ricciardo are the only ones who haven't pitted, of course, along with us. So Albon's currently up to 12th. That's really nice to see. Last laps, Latifi at 141. Yeah, really, really slow. But again, he's got a lot of fuel on board, so that's going to slow him down in comparison to what we've seen in the practice sessions. Albon 140, so not great. Yeah, but then again, you know, Perez, Verstappen. Actually, no, Perez. I think he must have just come in from a lap because he's 158. That's got to be a pit stop. Perez 138, so only about 2 seconds more. we're definitely looking at the right amounts there. Latifi overtakes Stroll. Go on, Latifi. Right. So Albon's just entered the pit window. So how are we looking? He's still got a good amount of tyres left, so I'm going to keep him going for now. For a couple more laps, I think.
Alfa Romeo just moved up a place.
I made a mistake.
Oh, who was that?
Copy.
Latifi! Bloody hell, Latifi.
Sounds like someone's
Right, he's in a lot of traffic at the moment. How are we looking? Where is he at the moment? He's back there. So he's definitely coming towards the end. So we definitely want to start attacking.
Let's close this gap. Yep, copy. And we think you can reduce lift and coast. Yes.
Yeah, because coming towards, as I said, the window now. So I want to really start pushing now because we're going to be coming in for a pit stop any moment now. Where are we? Yeah, we definitely want to come out ahead of the Vettel and the Strolls. Ah, here we go. This is optimal lap for pitting with our current strategy. So, yep, we're going to take that. So what are we on? So, yeah, we're going to go for the softs. Gonna pit this lap. Really push.
Yes, the key box.
Yep. So what's the gap currently? So Vettel, yeah, we're talking about 23 on average pit stop, so we might just get ahead of Vettel. We're in a little bit of traffic, so it's slowing us down a little bit. But I think we can do this. I think we can do this. Oh, hang on, how do we do this? There we go. Come on, push. Yeah, we're stuck behind Joe, Ocon, and Tsunoda here. Oops. Oh, is this a bit early? Let's have a look. Right, Latifi, we're going to go one more lap. I'm going to go one more lap because we don't want to double stack it. Actually, could we double stack? I think we could. But no, I think we're going to go one more lap. One more lap for Latifi. So let's start attacking with your tyres. Coming to the end, so just literally go for it. Go for it, mate. Oh, what? So still behind these three. It's doing reasonably well, I think. It's doing reasonably well. We're definitely increasing that gap to Vettel, so I think we are going to come out ahead of him. I think we are going to do it. And coming in. Yep, coming in. Yeah. Let's see where we come out. Albon. Ooh, it's going to be tight. 2.7 second stop. That is good. I will take that. This is going to be close. It's going to be close. Actually, I don't think it is going to be close. Yes. Well done. Really, really good. 4-second gap to the thing. Right, where's So it's just gone past. So yeah, we're gonna pit for this lap. Okay, so current cars, so medium and then soft. How do we see our current one? Well, the two softs. It's not giving me what my my estimate one, but yeah, no. I think we're going to stick with the strategy. Stick with the. Or is it a bit too early for? Right, I'm gonna. No, bring these back down.
You can afford to drop back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Bring that back down.
Let's reduce lifting coast by 1 level. Yes.
Yeah, no, I think Latifi, we're going to push him a little bit longer, and I think we're going to change to the strategy of the hard soft softs. I think we're going to go with that because tyre wear's good. Tyre wear's looking really good at the moment. We don't want to fall into the situation where we get stuck behind the leaders. Oh. Oh. Right, we're going to come in now. Oh, Albon ran wide. Oh, that's not what we're going to see.
Here's the replay. Now watch this. Here's the moments involving Albon. Well, I
mean, that wasn't really going wide. That was only a little bit. That wasn't too bad. The way that we were going on about that sounded a lot more than it was. So we're about halfway through the race. So making our first stops. So Latifi's literally the last one to stop, but like I said, he was on hard to the start. Yeah, that's the one I want. So we're coming in round to the final corners and into pit. So let's have a look. Let's see what the pit stops look like in this game. So Vettel's making up a little bit of ground to Albon, maybe because he went slightly wide there. Oh, beautiful. 2.8 again. I would say that I've seen some slower ones on the videos things. So we have okay, we've been lapped, but we are literally behind. Just unbalance there.
Back off.
We can go to deploy a little bit.
Make sure you lose some energy. Copy.
Cool. Oh, have we maybe made a bit of a mistake? Should we? It's alright, we could change to the mediums if we need to. So where do we get to? We changed, yeah, a little bit later than, so yeah, it was about 25 laps was about the mediums, was about right. So what would that be? That'd be, no, hang on, 25? No, that can't be right. Three laps. Yeah, I think we're going to be fine. This is the problem. I'm not sure how you change like the strategy as you're when you go through, because obviously there you can see it's now basically saying pits to the end. Let's say what our best one is.
DRS is currently disabled. DRS is currently disabled.
Copy.
DRSs. Oh, they're getting closer again. So I think with Schumacher, Vettel, and Stroll, they're harder compound tyres are just coming into effect just that little bit. So we might see some changes there. I'm pretty much currently at a pit stop behind Ricciardo. If we can end up finishing around about 16th, 17th, I will be very happy with that. Latifi, maybe was it a mistake to go with the hards? Yeah, possibly. Again, he's in a slow car. Latifi's always towards the back, isn't he? Yeah, neutral. Let's do a bit of harvesting of that. Pretty much on point here, so we'll just speed up a little bit.
With an overtake there.
Albon's, oh, it's back down to 19th at the moment. That's a shame, but it's okay. It's a long race. Got another 22 laps to go. Pulling away a little bit.
Low fuel, so be mindful of that. Okay, copy.
Just conserve your fuel a little bit there, mate.
So lift and coast level 3. Okay.
Yeah, just conserve the fuel a little bit. Oh. Okay, yeah, just under the pit window, that's fine. Albon's also been lapped.
Who's running wide there?
Oh, and Vettel's in. Right. Right, where is Albon? Where's Albert? Oh, he's literally just going around. Right. Right, let's just have a look. Oh. Right. Right. Let's see how he gets on. I wanna just see how this goes.
Vettel has just pitted.
Right, and what's Vettel gone on to? Vettel's just coming out. What's he gone on to? He's also gone on to softs. So we're gonna attack.
And go push.
Yeah.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
Yes, okay.
Full deploy.
Copy.
And we want to go on those lovely new fresh tyres. We send it.
And box this lap.
Yep, box this lap.
Okay, box.
So Stroll may also be pitting this lap as well. He's getting a little bit low on his hards, so they'll last a little bit more, I think. Right, is Stroll coming in? Is Stroll coming in? No, he's staying out. He's staying out. So I want to push on that first lap out as well. And I think Vettel's going to overtake us. This time we're not as far ahead as last time. Yep, there he goes. Yeah, he's gone. That's fine. Right, you can go a bit more aggressive, you can push on your fuel a little bit more.
Copy.
Reduce the lift and co.
Copy.
I think we're probably going to jump Stroll, I think. Ooh, it might be a bit tight. Right, is Stroll going to pit? Are we going to be able to get the undercut on Stroll? I'm hoping so. Is he coming into pit? Yeah, and Stroll's coming in. Stroll's coming in. Right, can Albon overtake it? And Schumacher's into pit as well. Back off a little bit there.
Check the DRS.
Yeah, okay.
Back off there. Yep, stay on balance there. So we're about 4 seconds behind Stroll there. I think we're going to end up the back, unfortunately, I think.
Box.
Box.
And you're go push.
Copy.
Just conserve your fuel a little bit
We want to
there.
increase lift and coast.
Okay.
We've reduced the deficit a little bit to Stroll, so that's looking pretty good. Stroll with Latifi will come around bend 13 onto the straights. Let's really send it, really send it. We'll probably get overtaken by Russell in on the pit stop, but that's fine. We're already a lap down, it's fine. And here we go. Into pits now. Limits to run. There we go. Yeah, so we took it tiny a little bit later. Keep on it. Good pit times. Some good pit times. So we're just going to fast forward a little bit to about 5 laps left. Albon, oh, he's dropping back a little bit more.
I think we made a mistake.
Ah, the TV.
Copy.
Got 10 laps remaining. They're a little bit behind, aren't they, on these replays of things? That is something that hopefully might get a little bit better. Right.
We are happy with fuel.
Copy.
Oh, just realised it was on push.
We want to leave core, please.
Oh, and his tyres. Yeah, bring the tyres back down a little bit.
Okay, back off.
Copy.
Can afford to push your tyres a little bit more, I think.
Push hard. Happy to push hard.
Copy.
Okay, reduce lift and coast.
Yep, sure.
Okay, max saving, max fuel saving.
Yep, copy.
Now recharge your ERS on this lap. Tell you what, let's still stay on the balance.
Increase
Stay on
lift and
that
coast.
and really send it the next
copy.
one. Really send it.
You can afford to drop back.
Yes.
Yeah, about 4 seconds. Yeah, we're really starting to lose touch now with Stroll, unfortunately. I was hoping for a really good result here, but you know, first race, I'm happy with how things are going so far. We know we're going to be towards the back. It's going to happen, you know. You're getting used to how everything's going. Just conserve your fuel a little bit.
Leave core increase, please.
Copy.
Increase lift and coast.
Yep, copy.
Apologise if I'm not really talking too much at this stage. There's a lot to think about. So obviously I have the beauty that I could just press pause. You know, those guys that literally have to do it in real time in real life. Hats off to them. There's a lot to think about. Of course, I'm having to do it for 2 people, where you'd have one race engineer for literally for the entire team, and they've got the whole analytics team behind them and everything. So, you know, they really do themselves well. Right, so I want you to really send it this one.
Let's go push.
Yes.
And we think you can reduce lift and coast.
Okay, copy.
Let's see how he gets on.
Yeah. Deploy.
So currently 6.2 seconds behind. Can we reduce the gap now? Really push hard, really reduce it. And 5.7, so we're getting closer again. Half a second already in the first sort of half of the lap. 5.6. Another driver locked up. Who locked up? Oh, yellow flag. Magnussen and Sonoda. Oh, 7. Crash.
There's been contact.
Oh,
Several cars
what's happened here?
involved. Let's see what happened there.
Oh, oh! Could they be out of the race? Right. So Sonoda and Magnussen, they're still going. Are they maybe going to have to pit again? I mean, if they pit, it's not really going to affect us, unfortunately. With only 5 laps remaining, it ain't going to do anything.
Let's just do lift and coast.
Yep, copy.
So in a couple of laps, we got the deficit down by about 2 seconds. You know, I'm learning all the while. Just push a little bit more on the tyres, you know what, and you can go a bit aggressive there.
Focus and push.
Copy.
Oh, Sonoda, Magnussen and Norris, all of them in the pits. Yeah, we're nowhere close enough to get anything there. That's a shame. It'd been Vettel, Stroll, that would have been a really good one to try and overtake him. Verstappen's currently in the lead, followed by Sainz. Leclerc about 7 seconds behind. Perez a couple of seconds behind that. Always going to happen. We're currently behind Mercedes. Can we get a bit of DRS? Yeah, absolutely fine for the tyres. You know what? Let's send the tyres for the last couple of laps. You can a bit more balance there. Oh, another crash. Who's crashed? Who's crashed? DRS disabled. Oh.
VSC.
Okay.
Oh. No, we're literally not going to do anything.
Multiple cars, I think. We can take a look now. Now
Right.
watch this.
It's
Here's Alonso's
Alpine
car.
and Alfa Romeo. What's happening there? Oh! Ah, but they're still going. Damn it.
And the team had such high hopes today.
I wish it had been a full safety car. Full safety car, we would have really been able to possibly claw something back. You know, in the last maybe 2 laps of the race. That's a pity. That's a real pity.
Let's reduce lift and coast by 1 level.
Copy.
Right. Is the VSC going to end before the end of the race? Are we going to possibly get one opportunity? Possibly not. Right.
And then let's go push.
Yes, okay.
Maybe should have deployed there.
Let's reduce lifting coast.
Copy.
He can push.
VSC ending, VSC ending, VSC ending. And go push, go push.
Copy.
Yeah, let's just send it. Send it for the last couple of bits. 3.8 seconds left. Forbidden safety car, I think we might have been able to get them. I honestly feel we might have been able to get them.
Currently 3 laps remaining of the race.
So harvest your ERS for final push. I mean, Latifi, I don't know what I'm doing. He's like 30 seconds behind. He ain't catching up. Albon is 2.5 seconds behind, maybe. See how close he's getting behind. He's 1.6 behind, maybe on the last lap. Could he manage to get there? If I could beat Stroll, I'll be happy. Perhaps now on his final lap. I don't care if your tyres are overheating.
Full deploy. Copy.
Is this our final lap, or is this the final lap, or have we got one more? I don't know. Oh, we're second behind.
And this will be the last
Last lap. Come on, you're within a second. Has he got ERS? Has Albon? Oh, he hasn't got the DRS. If we keep pushing, we might get it for the next one. Come on, Albon, you can do this, my beauty. You can do this, baby. Come on. Oh, he's so close. Go on.
Happy to use the overtake.
Yep, copy.
Come on, you can do this.
Max Verstappen over the finish line.
I don't care.
And today's winner.
Can he do it? Oh, we're so close. We're so close. Come on, you can beat him. Please get past Stroll. Come on. Go on.
Yes.
Come on. Get alongside him. Oh. I don't care, Latifi. Oh, we're so close. He's not going to do it. Oh, that was a climactic finish. I say a climactic finish for almost taking P18. Oh, wow. Oh my god. And Latifi's finally coming over the finish line. So clearly they don't do it in this game about the whole if you're a lap behind you know you finish early. Hey, not bad. So Latifi 34 seconds behind. Maybe was it the mistake going on the hards? Oh, another trophy. And to finish first you must something. Maybe first you must finish.
Okay performance for Alex Albon today.
Look, P1920. We stayed exactly where we are.
From Williams today. Some excellent decisions.
Not a bad start to this game. Oh, I'll tell you what, my legs are cramping up right now.
Let's hope their hard work can get them closer to exceeding expectations in the next race.
Now that all the points have been tallied, the team is in 10th place in the constructor standings.
Thank you, Corinne Chandok.
The teams now look ahead to the next round, where they'll duel it out in the sand dunes of Saudi Arabia.
Okay, so Charles Leclerc started on pole, but he ended up finishing third. Hamilton gained a place over his teammate Russell. Gasly and Alonso both gained a place over Bottas. And then, Kevin Magnussen in the Haas dropped 4 places. That is very bad for him. Considering 12 cars all got lapped, I don't think we're too bad, you know. The best lap. So Albon got 136 and Latifi got 136.6 compared to the Astons 37.9 and 38.1. That's good. That's good. I mean 136 pretty much dead. How is that compared? So a second slower than Verstappen, who got the fastest. Charles Leclerc, he's faster 135.6, so only 4/10 behind that, you know. Is that because we did the softs at the end, and obviously that's when we were going harder? Quite possibly. And really pushing it right towards the end. So of course we are bottom of the table after the first one, both in the constructors and the drivers. That's fine. Yeah, Latifi, like I said, he not great driver. He's definitely one I'm thinking about changeover. Alexander Albon, you know, I think he's a really good one to have as a Williams. I'm quite happy with keeping him on the team. So we earned ourselves $3.7 million for that race through our sponsorships. Obviously nothing through the performance incentives because we didn't take any, because we weren't gonna do anything good with that. So that's the end of the first race. Oh my god, I think I've been going for about 4 hours, literally starting this game, having a chat around. I probably had a chat around for about half an hour before I started actually doing everything. But there's a lot to take in. There's a freaking lot in this game. Post race debrief. Our telemetry shows that the top speed of car 1 could have been better compared to the grid, so that's Latifi. We should design a new car part to improve this attribute and keep us competitive. Also note that the braking performance of Latifi could be improved. We should consider developing this area when they've gained enough experience to make a more well-rounded driver. I sort of agree, but then at the same time, you know, are we really too worried about them? But obviously, we've been designing the rear wing. That's already in process. We're already working on that. For to work on the front wing, which is obviously going to really help us in the cornering, I think we should look at that as well. So let's do that as well. Ooh. So where that's going to really improve is going to be the high-speed corners, which is good. So if we take a look at these, and all of these we just bring up. So that's what we did last time. Airflow sensitivity and front, that's an improvement, as well as the high speed. So we're definitely going to work on that. I have 2 engineers working on that. We'll do that normally. That's going to take about 51 days. That's fine. And we can't do any more. We've got nothing to manufacture at the moment other than the ones we've already got, so we're not going to do any of that right now. That's fine. So yep, so we started working on suspension, so hopefully that will... Is it suspension? Oh. So that must be something that was done... Let's have a look. Okay, well, let's give us a couple of these. Yeah. Actually, no, we've already got 1, so let's just do 3. There we go. Yeah. Oh, another trophy home. Fits like a glove. Because we've fitted the new copper, I presume. So, yeah. So that means Albon has got a slightly better suspension. So that's going to give him... yeah, so top speed, medium cornering speed, and the dirty air cornering for low, medium, and high speeds. They're all an improvement with that. So I like that. I like improvements. I do like improvements. Could we take a look at these? And look for like a better... I mean, definitely head of aerodynamics. He's quite low there. How... Oh, there you go. Count scouts. So we want to look for a better head of aerodynamics, if we can. So let's go search... go by the rating here. So we've got one who's a free agent who's better with that. Could we think about poaching one? I mean, what was his rating again? Let me just go back to that. 71. So just out of curiosity, get in that. So Alessandro Sinelli, who's with Alfa Romeo, is possibly open to negotiate. He's an 80 rated. That's a potential. Dickon Baumforth, who's with Alpha Tauri, open. Aaron Melville, who's with Haas. The one with Aston Martin, he's bad. He's literally the second lowest. So yeah, they will probably want to improve him at some point. I'm thinking, should we look for maybe like an 80 rated? So Alpine, he's not interested. Right, so yeah, so Sinelli is literally the and Dick and Boundforth. Let's just compare him. Oh, we've literally got nothing other than the overall. He's younger, which is nice. We literally have no scouts available, so we can't do that. So that is something we're going to have to look into. Upgrade the scouting department facility to increase the max team capacity of scouts. Yeah, because obviously we're doing the drivers at the moment. Scouting department. This would give us one additional one. It's going to take us 35 days to get that. We're not going to be doing that too much, are we? So no, let's leave that one there as it is. Could go for a team hub thing, because obviously we've earned, you know, a couple of mil from that, so that's kind of give us a bit of money. Yeah, let's upgrade the team hub. 25 days. Yeah, let's go for that. Weather center, give us better accuracy. If we were to do that, yeah, I think that's worth giving that a go for. We have insufficient funds for that. Insufficient funds. Yeah, these are all the big ones, aren't they? With the car developments. That's what we really want to definitely work on. But obviously they cost a lot more money, so we might have to save up a little bit for some of these. Facility upgrade. Our race simulator is now upgraded. Where is that? Race simulator, we're level 2, so drivers get more weekly experience, which is also great. We can go even more if we really wanted to, but I don't think we can justify spending that at this moment in time. But do I go for the scouting? Obviously, I'm scouting a couple of drivers at the moment, but I do want to invest in the team and in some of the technical stuff and stuff. You know what, I'm going to do it. I'm going to upgrade the scouting department. I'm going to do it. If we can get these all to level 2, you know what? Let's do it. Get a little extra bonus there, and the hospitality area. Let's boost this one. So then everything there will be at level 2, although the weather centre will be at level 3. Oh, and the tool centre is also at level 3. So that's a little bit better there. The board watched the race at the Bahrain International Circuit this weekend and were disappointed that the team performed below expectation. We know that every team has bad races and I hope to see a return to form soon. But that's absolutely fine. First race. I'm getting used to everything. James Irwin. Good morning, Kevin. I've updated our circuits data based on the Bahrain Grand Prix 2022, so our strategic information up to date. Something out of telemetry says... Oh, I've already looked at this one, haven't I? I have no developmental points. Your staff earn development points after gaining enough experience. These points can be used to train and enhance their technical traits. Okay, so experience to next development point is only 1,727. Last week they gained 99, so that was just in between the weeks. In the race itself, we got 532. Oh my god. Literally 73 rated, 26 rod. Yeah, I'm going to be replacing Latifi. I don't care. I'm definitely going to be replacing him. Obviously in the scouting, for those of you who may not have seen the first of this, we are scouting 2 of them in process at the moment, so we're doing quite detailed scouting on both of these. So Jack Doohan and Theo Porcher, both of them very highly rated young drivers. Jack Doohan is literally the same rating as Latifi as he is at the moment, so surely he can't do any worse. At the Porcher, he's again, I mean, he finished 20th, so you definitely cannot finish worse. There's no possible way. But that's what I'm thinking. Hopefully, if I go to the calendar, if I remember correctly, we started pretty much straight away. So I think we're looking around about here, 1st, 2nd, or 3rd of April. So literally after the next race. So it'll be before the Australian Grand Prix. So we will obviously see what happens there. Right, so where are we currently? We're on the 22nd, so yes. So this week, so manufacturing is going to come in for the first of the suspension parts. So the first race will just be Albon using the new part, and then Australian, both of them will obviously go with that. After that, the helipad is going to upgrade, and then obviously we'll have more suspensions. On the 4th, we've got a couple of media events, then we'll have more parts coming in. And oh, here it is on the 6th. That's when we're going to get them. So in theory, possibly by that point, maybe by the Australian Grand Prix, we might decide to go, if it's even possible, I don't even know, I need to double check. We might then go, you know what, we're going to change our race driver. Who knows? We'll have to wait and see. What's this final one? There we go. Okay, so that is going to do it. That's going to do it for this evening. Obviously, I've been going for 3-4 hours now. I've enjoyed this. It's a good start. Yeah, they're satisfied with everything. Obviously, we're below target at the moment. That's fine. Board budget. Well, can't do anything with that. Team rating. I don't think anything has really changed there at all. Literally after 1 race, it's not. So, seasons, we've done 1 Grand Prix. Literally 1 Grand Prix. Best is 19th so far. That's going to improve. That's going to improve as time goes on. So, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. So these will be the regulations which come in at some point next month, and we can really work on harder on pushing that for the following year. I think that we're going to really put some research in for that. So these obviously stuff that we can have a look in for. I think you can vote on these from the videos I've seen. So vote on points allocation, on how much you are able to do testing on your wind tunnel. I think you can then put limits on your gearbox, your ERS, and your engines. Personally, I'm an advocate for going for more, but that's just me. But cost gap, is that going to work or not? I don't know. Pole position bonus point. So if you get a bonus point for finishing, for literally getting pole position, fastest lap bonus point, and double points for the last race. These are all things that we can look in the future. But for now, let me just save. Oh. Let me just do a manual save there. There we go. Tiny bit after. Once we've done all those changes that we've done there. So, as I said, for now, I'm going to be leaving this here. So, thank you to anyone who has watched this live. I think I saw it crop up that one person joined me live. So, thank you to that person, whoever you are. Anyone who watches after the fact, please like, comment, share, subscribe, all these usual YouTube things to help the algorithm. This is literally my second ever video on this channel. I literally did one video playing a game called 12 Minutes with Daisy Ridley and James McAvoy and Willem Dafoe, which I really like, which I'll play another episode of that at some point. This one I will be coming back onto this tomorrow. What time? I don't know, because I'm babysitting my nephew for a little bit, so that's going to be taking up a bit of time. So definitely some point either in the morning or the afternoon, or maybe I'll do something in the morning and then come back to it later in the afternoon, in the evening, who knows, we'll have to see. But for now, thank you very much for watching this video. Take care, be nice and safe, be nice.